Hello everyone, it's Gallic from Noctua Owl Gaming. Welcome to my channel. I hope everything is going well today. I decided that for today I was going to play as a free city Goslar. I wanted to see how big I could get my province while staying a free city and if I could realistically be a contender in northern Germany. How big of an army can one free city have? Can it afford it? So here I am to figure out my questions on an answer that I'm not sure many others have had. If you like my work, please do subscribe. Now let's get to the gameplay. Hello everybody, we are starting as Goslar. I wanted to try something different. France was a lot of fun, but I wanted to be really small apparently this time. I'm gonna try to be free city and see how developed I can get it, as well as see what I can get away with. I've wanted to try something like this, but I've never actually got around to doing it. We're gonna develop our country. We're gonna try to stay a free city, and we're gonna see how big we could get army size and all that as just a OPM basically. There's probably going to be a lot of points being put into the country. We'll see with all the the expand infrastructure, see what we can do there, and just to see how big you can actually get this little guy up. We are in a forest unfortunately, but that's okay. I was thinking we could go somewhere else, but Goslar does start with development cost minus 10% and the other free cities do not. Now that doesn't mean that we couldn't become a free city somewhere else. Maybe it'd be difficult to actually become a free city because Austria actually has to grant it, or whoever the emperor is at the time, and you have to knock out a free city to do that. So it's a little difficult to do that. But that being said, I do want to play as Goslar, so we're gonna try doing that. Our ideas are development costs minus 10, diplomatic relations plus 1, income for vassals plus 25%. Oh, that's actually going to be useful later on. Goods produced modifier plus 10%, construction costs minus 10%, imperial authority modifier plus 0.1. Interesting. Then we have burghers loyalty equilibrium plus 5 and their influence plus 10. Provincial trade power modifier plus 10, reform progress growth plus 15%. Then we get land force limit modifier plus 20, morale of armies plus 10, and diplomatic relations plus 1. That's kind of another reason why I picked Goslar, is because they can have a bigger land force limit. So we're gonna have that. One of our first ideas is definitely going to be infrastructure for the development cost. We're gonna go influence as well, and then for military we would do probably quantity here and plutocratic, because we do want that plus 5% or minus 5% development cost there. We get up to 25. That's the idea of what we're going to be doing. I don't know how good it's going to be, but we'll see. We also get expand administration costs minus 100% right there, which is interesting, which I believe that is here. You get to expand infrastructure and that increases governing capacity. That's not anything we really care about. I highly doubt we're gonna get our too big for our britches here in our governing capacity. So yeah, that being said, I'm going to figure out who I'm going to ally, which would probably be Brandenburg. We have to figure out how we're going to get vassals, so we're going to have to use people to get there. We don't really need to ally Austria because we're a free city. He will defend us unless he's upset with us like really badly, so, or under siege all the way. So we'll have that going for us. So I was thinking about maybe getting Brandenburg and seeing if we could get maybe Bohemia. I mean, I would love to have like Poland or France, but we'll see what we could do. We can get Brandenburg first, so we will do that. I'm gonna get the alliances set up, figure out what we're gonna do, and go from there. Of course, get this estates all set up and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you when I'm done. It's December 14th. We're gonna go ahead and declare war on the Brunswick here. We're gonna call in Brandenburg to help us in this fight, and then we're going to vassalize him and cut him in half and release a nation over here. Let's go ahead and get this started and see if we can do it. The war with Brunswick is over. Unfortunately, I can't give Brunswick to Brandenburg because I completely forgot about if you don't own the capital, you try to vassalize them, we'll give it to whoever owns the capital. So unfortunately, Brandenburg's just gonna have to get screwed out of this. It is what it is. I have been currying favors, but I honestly don't think it's going to make it in time. We'll see. If they break their relationship with me, it's fine. I'll see if I could at least still curry to and repair our relationship. For our tier 2 government reform, we are a free city, which is a republic. So we're gonna go ahead and get republicanism here. So that way we can try to keep leaders that are good in power. I did do him once because he was already kind of higher. He obviously he was a 2, 3, 4, so he's now 3, 4, 5. It's time to go to war again. Brunswick did get a claim on Lundsburg here, and we're gonna vassalize them so we can get 2 vassals and turn on strong duchies. And since we'll be at war with Berg here, we'll go ahead and return Hanover. Unfortunately, Hoya got returned by the Emperor to Kallenberg, who I released, so Brunswick actually lost their core, unfortunately. But we can get this one back, no big deal. Let's go ahead and declare war for here. I'm pretty sure I can take these guys on my own because I am Tech 4 and they're not. And they're going to be isolated right off the bat, so it shouldn't be too hard. If I have to, I'll probably die if not. So let's see if we can do this or not. The war with Lundberg is over. I had a little bit of a rough go with Berg here for a moment. My general died right when I engaged him right here, and we almost lost, but luckily we're Tech 4, so we came out on top. So we can go ahead and get Lundberg as a vassal, and we did return Hanover. And we also humiliated Berg here, so our PP is going to be a little high right now, which is awesome, which will give us +1 admin to everything, which is what we want. Now that we have Lundberg here, we could turn on strong duchies and help keep these guys under control, and then they'll pretty much be our vassals for the rest of the game. And if we do grow, we'll grow with them and hopefully just keep them, you know, in line so long as our country develops. I can get our country to develop bigger too, and we'll see how this works out. I'm really curious to see how good it does. I just rivaled Cologne, and I think I'm gonna do a strengthened war. We're probably gonna do that quite a bit in this area, so we'll go ahead and show strength on these guys right here. We're gonna call in Bohemia to make this more one-sided here, because we're not going to use our vassals for anything just yet, and we could always get more favors with him anyways. So let's go ahead and call him in, and we'll declare war, and we'll get through this. Well, he's just allied to Frankfurt and Dortmund, which are other free cities. So yeah, we'll be fine. Our humiliate war with Cologne is over. We're gonna show strength here, and we're gonna get 100 in all our power, and we're gonna get, I think it's gonna reset our humiliate, and they give us 100 points and all our mana here. There we go. Always take a free 300. Oh, I guess it wasn't free. I used a little bit of my favors with Bohemia. I just developed the Renaissance. I figured I had a lot of military, so I just do it. And the nice thing about that is it's going to cost us 1 ducat to embrace, and now we could sell it to somebody. For our tier 3 government reform, I'm going to go ahead and do consolidation of power here. And I just want to look, I want to see what the reduce estate influence by 10% does. Is it like a specific one? Like if he was admin 1, will it reduce clergy, or does it do all of them? I'm just curious. And length of time +1 length of term, which isn't the worst thing, because when we do re-elect them, we won't re-elect them as quickly, but they'll live longer, or they'll be they'll have that extra year But I just want to see what that influence does. I could look it up, but I'm here. I might as well just play through it and see what happens. I unlocked my first idea, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get influence, so I can get this minus 15% right here. And yeah, we'll go from there. Depending on how low these guys get, I might try to get a third vassal. We'll see. I do need to grow a little bigger, like development wise, if I can. I'll probably use admin and military when I can. And for our first point into Age of Discovery, not much of this really matters for us because we're not really growing aggressively right now. We'll still take that AE impact minus 10 because honestly, it's really the only good thing in Age of Discovery unless you're a colonizer or you're Portugal or Denmark. Denmark has a good one too. Time to go to war again. We're gonna go to another humiliate war against Saxony here, and we're going to call in our allies here and make this quick. We just want to get more PP up again. We get another 20. We just want to stay above 50 as much as possible. So a lot of my wars are probably going to be humiliate wars. So let's go ahead and start this off then, shall we? The Shostink war with Saxony is now over, so we're gonna go ahead and end this. And yeah, we're gonna get another 300. Perfect. For our tier 4 government reform, we're gonna go ahead and get lands for the church here so we can get more papal influence. Oh, unfortunately, we're only gonna really be able to get one active cardinal, but one active cardinal is better than no active cardinal. It's time to declare war onto Magdeburg. We're going to get ourselves yet another vassal here. My current vassals are almost at 0%, 1 to 0%, so we're doing good there. So we'll go ahead and call in Bohemia to make this a little easier. And yeah, we'll just keep growing our vassals after that and just keep them in check. And they're going to be what gives us money. So we'll definitely just get this done. All right, the war with Magdeburg is over. I'm gonna go ahead and turn him into a vassal here, take all his money and his what rivalries we can, and yeah, we're gonna make him into another vassal. And there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and attack Lauenburg here, Saxe-Lauenburg I should say, and we're going to give him to Lunenburg. And I'm gonna see if I can get the trade from Lubeck, transfer trade, because I did that with the Teutons, and I'm actually making a ducat and a half here because of that. Because I am I transferred trade from him, and then I just sent my guy up there, and since he owned so much in the Baltic, I get like a good chunk of that. So yeah, we're gonna do that to Lubeck too to see if we get some more money out of our trade as well. So let's go ahead and declare war here, get this land, as well as see if we can force Lubeck to give us some there. Normally you have to get it from it gives it from Hamburg or Verdun because he's the leader, but I'm not sure how it's going to go for when it's a separate war instead of attacking Lubeck itself. So we'll figure that out real quick. Unfortunately, I was right. I could only transfer other people's, but I mean, we'll still take Hamburg and Bremen's, and you know, we'll take that trade from them. Let's not forget to switch this over to Lunenburg to occupy it so we can get it from him. It says unlawful territory, but I don't think it is. He actually has a claim on it, and that's what we are fighting for. But you know, sometimes Austria is a little bit of a grumpy Gus. But let's go ahead and take this. I did get transfer power from both Wolfgast here and Bremen and Hamburg, and now we're making a cool 1.74 ducats here. So together we're making quite a bit. For our tier 5 government reform, we're gonna go ahead and pick up General War Commission. I want that military tech cost minus 10%, and that yearly armor tradition doesn't hurt us either. None of these are good or bad for us. Like, we really don't need a national supply limit or reinforcement costs. We're not going to have huge armies ourselves. Sustained discipline wouldn't be bad because then we could, you know, train our troops. We will have time to do that. But I just want this for the mill cost right now. It's time to pick a new idea, but I want to show you what was going on. I helped Bohemia get Hungary as a PU. And then as he did it, Venice, Ottomans, and Poland decided to declare war on Hungary as well. So I got pulled into all that. I got out with the Ottomans and Poland. I'm just with Venice. And I'm not sure what to do for my next idea. I was going to go infrastructure, but it really does not help me except for the development. What will help me, though, is the economic ideas here. Now, I think that will probably be the better one to do. And then maybe quality or plutocratic would probably be my next one. But I'm definitely going to do economic. And we'll go ahead and pick that up right now. And we'll start putting points into it because a lot of our money is coming from taxes. So that's what we want. So I'll go ahead and start putting points into that. It's time to go to war again. I just got out of war. Bohemia got just trashed by everybody. He got in a war. He got a coalition and attacked when he was attacked by everybody else. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Hungary's under. Oh, he's still under Bohemia somehow. That's surprising. But we're going to go ahead and grow a little bit. We can go ahead and take on another vassal. They're at 0, so I might grow just a little bit more. And Brandenburg will come in, and we're gonna go ahead and just humiliate war reps him and call that good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start my golden era here. We might as well take advantage of that. I'm making okay money for being one minor province with 14 army. I think we're doing good. We're only in the negative, and that's mainly because of I had to take war reps from Venice. So once that's gone, we'll be fine. I just got a truce up with Bohemia, and I would like to get 300 mana points again. So I'm gonna go ahead and declare war on them, and we're gonna see if we can show strength. I don't believe Hungary really has. Yeah, I won't really have to worry about him until I'm done sieging down Bohemia here. He doesn't have much. He has 3k. That's nothing. So I might as well go in and beat him up. For our next government reform for tier 6, I was thinking about doing imperial diplomacy, but unfortunately Austria is no longer the emperor anymore because he got in a PU with England of all people, which is really interesting. Now it's Hesse. I'm going to do the one next to it where we get a greater land force and increased manpower to help with that. So, you know, our little nation, you know, they'll have like 21,000. We get 200 troops a month. That's we're OPM. And we get double amount what you normally would start with. The humiliate war with Bohemia is over. We're gonna go ahead and just show strength here and get our 100 mana per, or 300 mana, call it good. We're gonna go to war with Mecklenburg here. Basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna make them into a vassal now. We're doing really good. They all have 0, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go for their capital. Oh no, we don't have their capital. Yeah, we'll just do Wismar. It doesn't matter. Either one of these two works. And what we'll do is just get money and war reps from and trade from everybody that we can get. And yeah, we'll go from there. I just finished my admin and my diplo ideas. We can now get +1 diplomatic relations as well as vassal force limit contribution. We can now have 34 troops. I can't afford it, but we can do it. This war to make Mecklenburg my vassal is over. We're going to go ahead and just accept this. And there we go. We're going to go to war with Hamburg. He made the mistake of stop being a free city. So I'm going to take advantage of that and make him a vassal. And then we're also going to take Lübeck out. We're going to give him to Lüneburg or was it Mecklenburg there? And then we're going to start diverting trade from our vassals in that node, and that's going to become our main trade node. So we got to make money through some way, and that's going to be the way to do it, is just for us to keep growing this way. Eventually I hope to, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we got to get over to Denmark somehow. Maybe he'll keep shrinking, maybe something like that will happen, and we'll be able to get over there. For now, let's go ahead and get Hamburg as another vassal here. I would go belligerent, but I don't want to deal with you know, all that other nonsense. This way I just get these three. These are really important nodes for the Lubeck trade node. So let's go ahead and do that, and we should be fine. I just got the next tech, so we have better troops. We also have better military tactics. The war with Hamburg's over. We're gonna go ahead and vassalize him, and then I was a silly goober and I was trying to keep a Lubeck for myself. Good thing it's at the end of the war. We're gonna go ahead and hand it over to Mickelberg. We're gonna grant province Lubeck, and there we go. That way we stay a free city. That's the goal. And now we have a new vassal. So I was just waiting for Hamburg to embrace the Renaissance over here, or at least get it in his capital. Unfortunately, we lost our cardinal, so we weren't getting it because we have the cardinal spread institution thing, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and now flip over to Protestant. I wasn't really thinking that I was going to do it, but then I was like, wait, that would be really, really useful for us because we could only have a maximum one cardinal, so we weren't really going to be able to do it. So yeah, I did transfer trade from everybody here. I actually might do it to my little guys, my other guys, like Brunswick here, and we could do it to we could do it to Lüneburg. He is in that trade node, as well as Magdeburg, and you see we're still way below 50%. So we should be able to get at least a little bit more ducats from our main node here. It probably won't be much, but hey, it'll be little. Actually, I think it went down, but that's okay. We do make 6 ducats up here in Lubeck, and that's what we're after. For our tier 7 government reform, we're going to go ahead and pick up Union of the States because it's really the only thing that we can use. It enables merchant republic mechanics, vassals transfer trade power to you, higher state governments, all that fun stuff. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. I have an opportunity here that I'm going to take. I want to take Holstein and release them here, and I'm thinking about taking this whole peninsula right here from Denmark in this, if I can, in this war. I might have to do it in increments, but if anything, I could definitely get these two just by holding the war goal. So we're gonna go ahead and declare war here. He's only allied to Brandenburg, Teutons, which is just over here, East Frisia, and I'm gonna call in France, and maybe if we're lucky, France will be able to get us over here to be able to get onto Denmark itself. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. I have some AE, but I figured this war is going to go on a while, so some of it will decay. So let's go ahead and call in France, and we'll go ahead and declare war. By the way, I am up to my force limit almost. I'm just right there on the edge of it. So yeah, we're doing really well here. Somehow Denmark decided to let me actually get over to his capital, so I'm able to get over here and do this. We're gonna take just Holstein and Schleswig from him for now. We're gonna get his trade power in this node, which is gonna be amazing. All his money. I think France gets a good chunk of it. Only half. That's not bad. So we get like 300-ish ducats, it looks like, which is amazing. We are beyond rich. Like this is exactly why OPMs eventually will build a fort. They can afford it. So let's go ahead and we'll just take these two for now, and then we'll come back for the rest of that part up north there. So let's go ahead and end this. There we go. And before anything else happens, we have to release Holstein and then give them the land, because we, like, again, we want to stay a free city. So Holstein, we will grant you the province of Schleswig, and there we go. Now we have that. We just unlocked our new idea. I'm gonna go quality because I want a more land force limit and more national manpower modifier. I want to see how big I can get my army here, so we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. For our next government reform, for our tier 8, we're gonna get locking proviso we do get minus 5% development costs and local goods produced modifier plus 5%. While that isn't a ton, it is something to help with the cost of, well, this nonsense right here. Yeah, it's 266. We're up to 65. Haven't actually shown how big we are, but at this point in stage, we are, if we scroll out, you can see us pretty well, pretty much anywhere. Power projection has been coming down a little, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm going to declare war onto Denmark, and we're just going to do a humiliate war. We may do show strength for fun because we haven't done that for a while. So we'll declare this war. We'll get out Wolgast, and then we'll siege down Bohemia. We'll come down and help France if he needs it. It is France. He should be okay. I wonder if he's in the New World. If he is, his troops might not be over here, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and declare this war. We're just pretty much doing this to humiliate our rival here. The war with Burgundy is over. We're gonna go ahead and just show strength because I don't need money. I need manpower, ironically, but that's because I fought in some silly situations that I shouldn't have. We do make 372, which isn't bad. I wish we could get more, but I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do that. But that being said, we're going to end the war. We just finished our military idea. We're going to go ahead and pick up our 2 policies we can get. We can pick up land force limit modifier plus 10%, maintenance minus 5, as well as getting some attrition and shock plus 5% shock damage for us as well. The attrition's okay if they come stand in Goslar. It's really not effective, but it is what it is. By the way, we are up to 84 unit count that we can have here, and that is amazing. I was thinking about going mercenary, but unfortunately going mercenary because we're OPM, it's basing our mercenaries off of how big we are, so we couldn't really use that very well, unfortunately. It's with a heavy heart that I let my 666 go here. He's done me well. I need to get some Republic tradition. I don't think he'll last the 5 years or this 12. So I'm gonna let him go, and we're gonna get a new guy, unfortunately. But he did well. He had Liberty Desire minus 5%, which helped everybody stay in line. But unfortunately, it's just time for him to go. We're gonna go ahead and go to war with Oldenburg here, and the reason why I'm doing Oldenburg is because I want Bremen as a vassal. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll declare war and get this done. We don't have too much to fight here, so it's not going to be too bad. We're going to end this war with Oldenburg now. We're going to take Bremen and release him as the vassal because that's the only way we can do it since he's a free city. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end this. And there we go. And then before anything happens, we release Bremen. Boom. Now we got ourselves another little vassal to help us out. I just got radical reforms. One of my favorite things you can get in the game. You can get it once per game. You need to have both inflation advisor, which I just fired to keep him, and a trade guy, which I just fired to keep him as well. And then at the very bottom, you get 200 admin and 200 diplo. I don't know why you wouldn't pick this. That would be crazy if you didn't. So we're going to go ahead and get that. It's time. We're finally going to declare war again. I've just been waiting to get favors up with Poland, and I did. I wanted to get into Wolgast. He was allied to Poland, so we got rid of that. There's no way I could take Burgundy and Poland. I just don't have the manpower limit or recovery. Now I do get 37,000 as an OPM, which is amazing, but if I owned all of this land myself, I probably would have like 50, which 20,000 is a lot. But that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to be fighting to take just this northern part from them. We don't really need anything else over here. I guess we could take that, but it might be a little too much. Maybe we'll come for this stuff a little later. We'll give this the Mecklenburg here, but for now I want this Denmarkian land, and that way we could hopefully go after Denmark at one point. We'll see. Let's go ahead and declare this war. The War of Pomerania is over. We're going to go ahead and take the northern part of the Denmark land over here, or what used to be, and go ahead and transfer trade power and call it good. We were losing a little bit of money there because they were blockading us, but we'll get that back. For our next government reform, we're going to go ahead and pick up a new man, and I did change it so we yes please, we did go frequent elections. I did that a little while ago, not too long, so he's gonna get up to a 666 a lot quicker now. I think he gets elected every 3 years, I think it is, or 2 years. It should show somewhere, right? Oh, right here. I'm looking up here and it's right in the middle. 1551. So yeah, every 3 years he will be elected and we'll get a 666 a lot quicker. While the other one that lowered the influence was nice to have, because I did need it from my estates were really high. I did need it for a little while, but it's a lot easier now to deal with. I just wanted to show you, we're at 76 right now. If we click this button, the printing press will get 10 points into it. It's quite crazy. I'm actually gonna click it because I'm almost at my cap. So we'll go, well, we could do this, but I feel like developing just a little more here. We're gonna go to war with Denmark. We're gonna try to get Sealand here, and we'll attempt to. He's got a bigger navy than us because we have 0 navy, but I have gotten over there before. We'll see if we can or not. We're gonna call in France and Poland, and hopefully their boats will help us through, but we'll see. Yes, embracing the Renaissance, costing a ducat. How nice that is. And on that note, we can go ahead and call this war with Denmark over. Let's see, I was gonna give it to Bremen because he's the smallest one right now. But yeah, the way I got over here was really simple. I built a while ago when I thought, well, I'm gonna need to attack Denmark. I built naval batteries. Now, naval batteries give fleet attrition +5, so they just sit there taking fleet attrition because they're basically being bombarded by cannons the whole time. Eventually he had to repair his whole fleet here, and that's why we got onto there. So it took a while, but we did it, and I'm cool with that. So we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Again, we don't need money. Like, money is not a thing that we care about, because you know, it's just how it is. We'll go ahead and just do this. It's no big deal, and call it here on that. There we go. Now we have pretty much control over the Lubeck node. We're at 61%. It'll probably go a little higher in a month because we just took Sealand. Yeah, it's 68. Yep, that's about right. Oh, speaking of all that money, let's go ahead and we'll take the next admin tech. I was just waiting for that. We just got over with the war with Denmark. I think I'm gonna end this run here. I wanted to pretty much see how far I could get Goslar, being a free city, how much development I could get by 1550, and yeah, see like if you could survive as a OPM and basically thrive. And the answer was I definitely can. I'm making 21 ducats, which isn't terrible. We have but like 8 vassals here. Ooh, 7 vassals, it looks like. No, I was right, 8 vassals. They're all loyal. Some of them decided to go back to being Christian, you little jerks, but you know, it is what it is with them. Most of them are Protestant. I did force Verdun, and he decided to go back to Catholic because some people like to be jerks here. It's probably because he's a bishopric. That's fine, that's no big deal. We could annex him and then bring him back, and then he won't be a bishop anymore. But yeah, we're doing good. We're making 37 ducats in trade because of this node right here, which is amazing. We do make a little bit in this Saxony node, it isn't bad. We make 10 ducats here. I was thinking we were going to expand more into here eventually. I could have another vassal. I could take over Saxony and then force vassalize them or something like that and get more ducats that way. Take over. I was thinking about taking over Brandenburg with Mecklenburg here, or Magdeburg. And yeah, we had plenty of places to go to keep drawing more money to us, but with our vassals, and it was working great. My force limit as an OPM is 90, almost 100,000, 100 troops. It's nuts. I have so many troops right now, and we can afford it. We're doing fine. I have 10 cannons in one army. We do have cavalry. We have 8, so those are like my attacking armies. And yeah, it's been great. My generals have been pretty decent. We have our army tradition fluctuates a lot because there'll be lots of cooldown because of AE, or we're just not going to war because we don't need money anymore. So I'm not really attacking anything. But yeah, if I was going to get a next idea, I would probably do plutocratic, because if I went plutocratic, same continent, liberty desire of subjects go down 10%, and I get even more forced vassal force limit contribution, so we even have a bigger army. And then I would probably go, I don't know, see, after that I'm not sure. I'd probably do like offensive after that for again more troops, but I also would want to start getting discipline in our armies so we could at least fight some bigger guys. Yeah, this was an interesting one. While it wasn't very exciting, it was interesting just to see how I was going to do it, because at one point I was losing money going, okay, I need to get money, and I was like, well, we could do, I think at one point I decided, well, we can move up into this node and you know, force my vassals to give me their trade, and it worked out great. As you see here on the map, if we zoom way on out, we are this awesome bright green right here, 80. I don't think anybody's, of course, near us, which is obvious. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I should have done. We can get another 3. So yeah, we now have 83 development here. It costs us 442 to develop. I don't think getting any more like modifiers to get -10 is really gonna help us anymore, so that just wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, I had an interesting time. Was it a blast? No, but it was interesting, and it made me think more. I could not wage long wars, lose manpower too quick, but if they were small enough and compact enough, it was fine. On that note though, wherever you are, I hope that you're having a great morning, a great evening, or a great night. Bye.